Arr, back in my day when I searched Snatchcannon, I'd see a sexy pirate. These days I see this. My whole algorithm's messed up. How about a little palette cleanser with the Siebe burner, the 360 vortex? At least if he undershoots, we know the bushes are an option. He's okay, remember? And move over.
2007.
We got a new vault gainer with the twice as many head risks. Welcome back to this week's The Movement. I'm your host, Josh Dowie. I can't believe that I missed the Avanti Garda holding hands jam. I got so jealous looking at that piece of a concrete wall. And if you're envious too, you can holding hands while we watch these freaking cannons send it to the casket dirt of Vlatavska. They did have a crazy cool after party though. We got Mikesh and Maty on the track, and I'm not talking about the child prodigy, Maty B. Advanced screenings of Atonement, new Slovakian movement. Bean's love letter out now. We even got the touch dub off the homie's head. Straight into wrestling. It's Bean WWE. We got slams the mortal man could not withstand. And Myles Ross, no fucking way you fit that palm side into that unfinished house. Ethan Root's triple traveling underbar. And Egg with this brilliant line where the whole time you're like, yo, sick line, but hey, there's a dog coming. The pleasures never end with this video. Sliding on ice, smoking it, the Josh Malone melody, the orange fence felony. Hey, you better throw Ezzy in the slammer too, the way he's dealing in this parking lot. Rallen's on some fully alien shit. Body count on 1,000 bodies in his wake. And no way there's one human that could maneuver like that on a pole. And if you got goldfish memory, you're gonna be thanking me for reminding you that thank you for reminding me is out. It's video of the year. Like, are you freaking kidding me with this masterpiece? Perfect movement, perfect filming, perfect spot choice. Triple cork off the rusty, KG down a 6 set, diagonally. Are you fucking kidding me? The kind of jaw-dropping beastliness you only find in Boston athletes. Something's in the water there and something's telling me it might be tea. Every time it's like, how did he do it? How is that Arabian so saucy? He's a game changer, hitting absolute missions at night while the church bells ring and freak me out. It's got me looking over my shoulder while I'm watching it. Random kid comes up and compliments him on a side flip, and that's the wrong axis, kid. But enough of that. You see it 1,000 times. Go watch it again. You'll probably pick up something new. I bet you picked up something at the holding hands market. New KIPA Mag issue 6, and you can keep that next to your Gapz Mag issue 2. The penthouse to the KIPA Parkour Playboy. And whenever you're done with those, you can pull up your pants with the new exclusive KIPA belt. That's sold out. Had to be there. Better not tell you FEAMSTERDAM happened while you were busy watching this video. That alternative take on Amsterdam, they got a micro feature tours, coffee shop visits, not for coffee, and a screening of probably your next favorite parkour video. I'm just calling it like I see it. Speaking of new video releases, we got Tom Uzer with Strain. When he's not busy being a big 69er, he's actually having the best solo sessions and delivering it with the cinematic eye. Crazy shit all by himself. You think he's got 7 homies behind the camera shouting obscenities at him. Like, this guy really knows how to touch shit and spin with enough centrifugal force to wall bang Beyblade on the track. Working a slope better than a damn scantily dressed skier. And the macaco on the grassy knoll, deadly enough to paint a presidential limo in 1963. But get out of the past, go smell the Barcelona trash, because we got Garbage Orchestra by Zen Shimada. Bet you can't smell the man himself. He's probably covered in mysterious Gucci scents, smelling like a damn sakura flower. Shows up blooming once a year. He's got the happy feet style that nobody can step to. And if you do try and replicate, you wait for those bins to fill up. That was a nice lesson he put in there, or else you're gonna end up like one of these guys. Zen's been around long enough to bring back the 2011 front roll bomb and jam over the stairwell like a Nippon Chris Rock. And all that's after a full day of signing merch for his fans. Hitting vortex fronts the old-fashioned way. No bong hits. There's kids around. That's not gonna stop him from taking off his shirt, and somehow that's not weird. That's the Zen effect. Seems like Storror's letting Kelan Ryan out to sell a little more often when he's not trying to figure out what kind of Storror shoe colorway that we want. He's hitting the 180 off a ledge a third the size of his own shoe and serving up a Philly D special in a spot that's not Cambridge. Nobody's thought of that. What I did think about is what's gonna happen if he lands that cork pop full any closer to that ledge. Knowing Kelan, he's probably just gonna crane it because he's perfect, but nobody wants to see that. Nobody likes cranes anymore, apparently. But we do want more Kelan sending punch sides that make us go full gasso, and that's a word that I learned from the new Krap video. Krap's back and they're doing that shit Lady Gaga style, all for the applause. Most decibels wins. If the twins and I traded places on this sketchy precision, I'd be breaking that decibel thing right away. Loud enough to trigger a noise warning on every iPhone in that building, housing the new iconic Krap setup. for Krap invaders. Nice to have that event back. I want to go out there one day. Those guys have been out of this scene long enough that all the new guys think that Krap invaders is just a colonoscopy. But the only hole we're going down is the rabbit hole at the end of that 2-minute video, because it's going to show you a bunch of other unlisted ones. There was so much all natty art de déplacement that it's got the whole crowd going primal, beating on trash cans with sticks. That's the real garbage orchestra. And David Rizzi's got to be down in the dumps after offering his car, dented in the side, never repaired, in exchange for Lautaro's triple full up onto the box. What? That's the kind of sacrifice you make for the culture, I guess. Just like Fausto Vicari with that 7-foot dive roll down onto some hard floor. I think he needs the car. Drive him straight to a chiropractor. Krap's also got an exclusive twin parkour video coming out soon, and if you can't wait for it, you could check out Tizzo's Boston video. And here's why you don't give away your car. David, who's gonna drive you to the neurologist after hitting your head on that low castaway? That head hit could give him a whole new accent. Elis Torhall's looking like he's got a new accent with that whole street front giant straight into castaway off a car. Banger among several new additions to the PK Theory front page. So many treats in that video. The 2024 Alfie Garg inward vortex Webster front. Frog gainer off a 4-foot ledge? Who had that on their bingo sheet? None of you old people. These homies crossed the ocean just to destroy Boston. It's like revenge for that Tea Party business. Tangy the Flying Dutchman showing us time and time again that speed, skill, or style he can hang with the goats. And speaking of speed, skill, and style, the first SPL3 qualifier went down at Act N3 in Montreal. Standout performances from Big Will PK. Turns out he's not just a front flip beast. And Nathaniel Son with the dub flyaway trapdoor pop. Well, what the bionic legs is up with these two guys? And we also had Luke Sabal, the Canadian power god, move on through. Smash the SPL2 catback challenge, making that shit look quite small, actually. And the only other person that could smash that in the Canadian nation is Rodrigo Pampin, the Feu Atreyu. He's got a new video out, and you probably didn't hear about it because that man's online presence is about as silent as his landings. He's perfect. Full results coming to the Sport Parkour page soon. And there was a lot going on that weekend. It was the same weekend as World Chase Tag, which held the first women's championships. Also, it facilitated people showing up and rinsing Manpower Gap. Everybody and their grandmas hit it now, and one dude hit it from a level down, standing. Who thought that would happen? That's the kind of hot tech that you would pick up if you watch Wavy's precision tutorial. Oh, little plug. Event news, this time for something you haven't missed just yet. Shant Jam's coming up July 5th to 7th, hosted by Bob Reese. That guy's $650 richer after winning the Tempest City Legends Challenge, so drinks on him. And that's gonna make us really happy. Or it'll help you deal with the FOMO from missing Gizmo style battles, aka if you can name it, they don't want it. But I will say that a certain crustacean in denial did very well. Apparently it's called the spider flip. Could just go for both and call it a coconut crab. And now you gotta sleep knowing those things exist. And spectators of that event had the pleasure of seeing Jan Schlappen go Super Saiyan 1. Had so much power left over, he dusted the Leon 25 front flip and took a record-breaking 1 step without falling over. There was another kid that front flip.
I'm not a kid, it's a full-grown man. Ça va? But he did not walk away.
And next on Jan Schlappen's list is Stride Berlin, where him and I will be emceeing together. It's Callum Powell's wet dream. He said so on the podcast. And the whole event's looking like my own wet dream. They got a sauna, they got an ice bath, they got a running track, and that's gonna be enough to shake me out of my aggressive jet lag. Get your tickets, May 31st to June 2. Hosted by our Slady's Queen. Ladies. Lilu Rose got a gainer pre that will put your top 3 female goats in the dirt. Buddy, tell me who's the greatest now. And Natalia Gomez wowed me with the rail roll of height that only Lisa Schneider would dare to try. And speaking of Lisa, she's got a full water challenge video with Azal, available on YouTube now. Megan McQueen's gonna make you walk a mile in her shoes with the latest upcoming Commons release, Boundless, with the trailer available on Instagram now. Now grab your high vis and prepare to cuss out your nearest exotic bird. C words on the menu. We're going down under for the rest of the video with the latest Newcastle number by Imagine Theta.
Imagine that I could do a 10-meter drop.
Did they mean to call themselves Imagine That? Because I literally can't imagine taking a single drop in this video. Everybody wants to talk about COVID and nobody wants to talk about the real pandemic going on. Airtime addiction. And this seems to be the source. Every member of Farang's got it now. And not even Anand's choreography can bring them back to dancing style. But back to our Imagine Theta boys. They're making it look good with the long lens. Man, I shoot anything from more than a few meters back, and my movement mechanics look like I'm playing with micro machines. And call up your boy Soup Gang Sammy. I got you new friends with legs just like yours that can make you do jumps so big they'll increase your shoulder mobility by 20% before you even hit the ground. You'll be so gassed you're gonna be hitting max distance jumps into a brick wall and smacking your nearest sign. If you hate stairs, elevators, and the bottoms of your feet, you're gonna love these guys. And next shrimp on the Barbie, our bear of the week. Henry Beardsley is back at it again with the near decapitation that the French Revolution would have loved. Oh! And somebody tell Danny Pierce we're looking for NBDs, not NDEs.
Oh my God, oh my.
Thank you so much for watching this episode of The Movement. Please make sure to share that episode. It's the only way it's going to be seen on the internet. If you want to support the show a little bit more, you can head on over to the Patreon and support our show just for existing. How do I end these? I love you. Bye.